one time is, God, if you are looking for someone that is very useless to use, I am available. But eventually, if everybody that is useful is doing you younger, I choose to be available. Some of us are not to qualify. Everyone that appears before God is full of all kinds of garbages. That's why we came. We came because we knew there is something in us that God needs to do something level of fine-tuning, realignment. We knew we are not complete in ourselves. We knew we are not perfect. We knew there is something wrong with us. There is enough gap for God to occupy. We know we are empty. If you are full of yourself, you don't need God. If you are qualified, you don't need Him. If you are perfect, you don't need Him. If you have not fallen short of His glory, you don't even need Him. This is why He came, that we may partake of the beauty of His excellence, that the fullness of God can tabernacle in mortal man. I submit to you today one of the truths that God has told me many years ago. When I left Lafia and I was in Zaria, after reading so many books, listening to many messages, the Lord told me that there is few pathways that guarantee greatness. And He began to let me understand the need for me to pattern my life according to this pathway. But eventually you look at me and you wonder, I'm succeeding because I'm called of God. Yes, you are right. And yes, you are also wrong. Anointing is one. You need to be able to understand that one lecturer cannot teach you everything in school and graduate you. You can escape that in primary school. I think some standard primary school, you don't even have only one teacher. It's only the one that you are working in that only you teach 7 courses together. It's bad. Everybody cannot be skillful in everything. It is the same way that the way this thing works, Jesus said, I will give you the keys of the kingdom. There are so many of them. So you need to be able to understand that there are secrets that men run by. If you don't have anyone, and if you feel that there is certain level of vacancy in your life to which you can accommodate at least another secret that God has communicated to someone else, I want to submit to you the few that I have run my life by. And there are just 5 of them. And how God revealed them to me is like an analogy. He let me understand that, yes, I have 5 fingers, right? And the capacity to which one finger can do is limited. I don't know how much more you can do with a finger. But the more the fingers increase, the more the ability for you to be able to fetch from the abundance of any availability. If I leave a grain of wheat here and I say use one finger to fetch it, you discover you can only pick but one. If you try, or few. If you add another finger, it increases. You add another one, you add another one, you add another one. You now get to realize that everything works perfect when all the 5 fingers are in alignment. That is to let you understand that what I want to share to you among the 5 fingers of greatness, the idea is not to choose one and say me is this one. No, I want to submit to you a few things that I believe that if a believer can desperately hold dearly to them, these things are enough to make the person great. And beyond being great, they have the ability to buy money. They can purchase money. Some of us have lived life so cheaply, with recession, with that. I have said it before, that if fuel reach 1,000, I will buy. If you like, let it enter 5,000, I will still buy. There are some of us that no matter how bad the economy is, we will survive. Me and you are together. You are not the one giving me the money. If you are the one, I know it's not possible. But to let you understand, why am I surviving the economy? There is something I know. If it is Yahoo Yahoo, by now, if I don't cast. If it is ritual, by now, if I don't cast. If I dey go one shrine, if I don't cast. You have knew me, I have been with you, I have stayed with you. What is the secret? You have never visited me in any police station. I was never arrested by mistake that I stole from somebody. And if you are the one that claim you gave me anything and you believe that because you gave me, you are angry and proud and arrogant that you gave me, come let me refund what you have given me. And I will show you that I'm still great with what you gave me and what you not give me. Because the people that God will submit to your life and bring to your life to help you become great are not proud people. They are not even arrogant people. To them it's a privilege. So you must be able to understand the way you became great by manipulating people and everybody rebelled is not the way out. It's supposed to be a privilege. But there are 5 things that if you sustain yourself, surround your life with it, I guarantee you, money will not be a challenge. Of course, there will be a great need to be able to manage money, the great need for you to understand the intelligence when it comes to finance. But everyone that lives truly according to these 5 economy, I will communicate. You don't need to beg. If you beg, it's because of a want. And you can survive without a want. And peradventure you spoke to somebody and he gave you something. Know that you have engaged one of the finger of greatness. Everybody you see, I tell you the truth, they have somebody they want to give something to. But sometimes they ask themselves, are those people willing enough? Are they worthy enough? Have they invested so much in their life, worthy for them to let go of that? Everybody is a giver, just that they didn't give to you. Yes. That person you say is very stingy. There is something that can resonate within the person, and the person will be willing to spend his last card. Yes. Some of the most poorest people are the ones that gravitate towards false prophet the more. Some of the most poorest people are the ones that are victim of Ponzi schemes. Some of the most poorest people are the ones that are victim of scams. That is to let you understand that even the little you have can be taken. I don't have anything. I will show you that there is something you can have. And if you believe you don't have anything, it's a good thing. Now is the time to begin to hear me. Many years ago, after I have left Lafia, I graduated from Science School Lafia. I wrote WAEC and NECO. Both I had 2 credits. Everything is F9. My English was not correct. Because the school I went to, I had never been to a private school. All the school I went to is government, the one that the teachers are not sufficient. There was no seat for us to sit. We sat on the ground. We sat on the floor. Our teacher themselves, I assure you, they don't know what they are teaching us. The other day I was coming, I met one of my teachers. I wept. Do you know why? If everything this man has taught me, and he was very wicked to me that time, I went and met the man trekking, and as you could see, life has finished dealing with the man. He's waiting for when to die. And I say, if I have followed that man's advice, my future will be exactly like him. Thank God I rebelled one way or the other. See, you see the life you are living now. Obey your parents only in the Lord. If not, you will get the same result like your parents. Obey your teachers only if they are in alignment to keep you to greatness. If not, rebel. It takes only rebels to become anything in life. A time will come, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, you will deviate from the things they have been teaching you for the past 10 years. It's not because of anything. Now you came to a point where you say, Kai, if I continue like this, the same way my father ends is where how I'll end. The same way my mother ends is how I'll end. And I want to submit to you that many of them had first-class degree. Many of them had a very good school certificate. Many of them even own schools themselves. Yes, they have schools. Some of them even have businesses. Some of them had all kinds of things. Some of our mothers are the best mothers you can ever have. Some of our fathers are the best fathers you can ever have. But they have nothing to show for it. How comes life cheated them so bad that they are not registered among part of the great people? You can clap for your father and say, my father is the greatest man I've ever knew. You are the only one that knows your father. There's a limitation to what you call greatness in keeping to your father. My mother is a very great woman. It's only you that know your mother. There's a limitation to her greatness. It was never designed to be so. In the beginning it was not so. Till now it's not so. We all are designed to be global representative. Generational blessings. Your blessing that God has deposited in you is not only meant to be for your immediate family, it's meant to be for the entire world.